Hey guys, I'm Sarah and you're watching Sea Girl. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sea Girl. We're so happy to have you watching us. So today we have a beautiful friend, a personal friend of mine, actually, Christine from church, and we're so delighted to have you here. Thank you for agreeing to come onto the show, and we want to hear your story as a young woman, as a sea girl, as a church girl, of how you are able to express yourself in terms of style, but also stand firm in your faith. So how are you fashioned by your faith, so to speak? So we're really excited to hear your stories and kind of your opinions. Do you want to talk us through your head-to-toe outfit today, starting with hair and makeup, and then talk us through down to your feet?
My hair, just natural, blow-dried, washed it this morning, and yeah. If you're interested, what I usually do to take care of my hair, spritz it with hair heat protectant, always. Like, mine's a bit dry now, but like, yeah, heat protectant, girls. And just to add a little bit more volume, added mousse. So yeah, because my hair is really silky, so it goes really flat. So yeah, I'm very it's really long now and stuff, so it just goes anywhere. It just will normally be tied up maybe like when it gets too hot and stuff, but this is me naturally. Makeup, I was going for, I don't know, I just have a top eyeliner on, mascara, and a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlight, so I don't know if you can see, but yeah. Red lipstick, because it adds a little bit more personality, I think. Adds a bit more boldness in your
It's
look.
kind of like a berry.
Yes,
berry
I love
red.
my berry lipstick.
Yeah, it's more berry than red.
And
it's nice.
this is it's not even a lipstick, it's a lip stain. So buy it. Yeah, it just adds a little bit more kind of personality, and I was feeling a bit more bold today, so I wore something dark on my lips. Top, checkered top. I love my checkered top. This is my go-to. All my friends know it. CJ, Christine, she will go for the checkered top. I see a checkered top in a hat, yeah, I get excited, I feel it and stuff like that. Is it flannel and stuff? So I like flannel, and I like it baggy as well. I like to feel comfortable in it. Yeah, I would know. And then jeans, it's a bit more kind of fitted, and stuff. I don't like wearing baggy jeans because I'm chubby, so I have to kind of complement my curves. So I pick jeans that are a little bit, not too tight, but something that just kind of shows a little bit of curves.
Shapes.
Yes,
shapes.
yeah. Because if I wear something baggy, I'll just look too big, and it doesn't complement my shape and my size. I roll them up because I feel like it adds a little bit more height, because I don't want to look short and stumpy, because I'm short, and when you're curvy and stuff, you just don't want to. So yeah, again, just complement your shape and stuff like that. Like, I would normally do that in like black jeans as well. When I'm wearing something a little bit more formal at church or something, I'll just roll it up, adds a bit more height. I was wearing my Vans. I love my Vans. They're comfortable. I wear them every day.
You've worn them out.
I've worn them.
Oh,
I bought this last year, and I've worn it every day. Every day. not every day.
In the house, yeah.
Not every day, but almost every day. But yeah, it's my go-to. It's my go-to shoes. I like comfortable shoes. Yeah, I don't like wearing, I would wear heels. Like, they're pretty and stuff, but I don't want to be in pain.
Yeah,
because I want to enjoy my day, Yeah.
So for you, does confidence equal comfort?
Yes. So if I'm comfortable in something, I feel better about the clothes. I just can be free, I'm not fussed about is this too tight, or is this too high? Do I need to keep pulling it down during the day? Kind of thing. And I've had so many mistakes in wearing too short skirts kind of thing. I'm I wish I wore something longer so I don't have to. Yeah. So it's always So for me, comfort over fashion sometimes.
So this is, you said, your autumn winter look.
Yes.
S&S, your spring and summer. Does it change? Do you jazz this up a bit? Do you go completely different? Do you kind of go a different direction?
I don't wear this during summer and spring because it's just flannel, just summer, it's too hot. I'm kind of a different person, I guess. Not a different person, but just
different
clothes.
personality.
Yeah,
And, like,
so I like during summer and spring, I like dressing up. I like wearing skirts, like floral skirts, colourful skirts, and like dresses, because we don't get a lot of heat and sun in London. So I have to make the most out of that. So when I know that it's gonna be hot that day, I check my Met Office app thing, and I was like, oh, it's hot. So I go to my dresses, and yeah, so yeah, it's like I like to wear something colourful during the summer. Yes, because you know, summer you just want to really enjoy the weather. So yeah.
So out of kind of the earthy tones that you wear in the autumn winter, and then the bright, maybe really popping colors, tones in the summer, which one do you actually like the most between the two?
It's so hard. I like spring, like I get excited during spring and summer because I'm a bubbly person. And I like being I like dressing up like really girly, and like just I love dresses. So when I get the opportunity to wear them, I get really excited. Like, oh, I can wear this dress kind of thing. So I guess summer and spring, but I have to have my autumn days and my winter days as well. Yeah, but if I had to choose like what kind of outfits I can wear more, I feel like I want to wear more like summer, spring,
colors, really bright, popping colors.
Because I feel happy, like
reflects your mood, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Christine, earlier you mentioned your body and the curves that you have. Would you like to kind of a very shortened version of the journey that you've gone through? Because now, how old are you now?
I am 20, turning 21 soon.
So you're turning 21, and obviously just backtracking, when you're 13, 14, you know, as a woman, you become more conscious of yourself. And how did you grow into being, because you know, you are so confident in yourself, and how did you come to embrace, you know, the way you are and not be ashamed or, you know, hide it? But how did you just really come into your own as a woman with your curves and the style? Would you like to?
I'll try not to cry. But in the Philippines, there's this whole like stereotypical notion of skinny is beautiful, and to me, you know, that's their opinion and stuff, but I don't totally agree with it, because I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I think people should embrace like who they really are.
Definitely, I think.
And yeah, there was because I lived in the Philippines for 2 years. I was small. I was short. I was small, skinny, and I came back. I lived here in London. I came back, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so fat" and stuff. And I was self-conscious about that.
How old were you then, Steve?
I think I was 13, 14.
So 13, kind of sensitive. Sensitive.
And I started to kind of feel like, okay then, but I was only a size 12 then. So to me, in my head, because you know, European, they like their curves and stuff, it's not big. But when you go to like Philippines, it's big, it's massive, it's obese to them kind of thing. And it was hard. It affected my confidence a lot. I didn't want to go out and enjoy myself because I didn't want to be teased. Like I didn't want people, like my old friends, to be like, "Oh, you've gained a lot of weight," kind of thing. Like it just knocked my confidence down.
So your self-esteem as well.
Yeah. I was affected by it a lot. And every time I go back to the Philippines, I get really like angsty and nervous.
Up until now?
Yeah, I'm going back this summer, but I'm looking at it in a different perspective. Like, yeah, I am gonna get comments like that, but you know what? Like, I've grown to really like enjoy my curves, like just love my curves. Because other girls that look at me, they're like, "I wish I had your legs," or "I wish I had, you know, your
curves."
Yes. And like, I just embraced that. I think especially this past year, I've just learned to kind of just, okay, I am a little bit more bigger than other girls out there, but doesn't really matter as long as I know that I'm living healthily and I'm trying my best to like live healthily. Like that doesn't affect, you know, it doesn't affect who I am as a person. That's just my body at the end of the day. So yeah, I guess it comes to kind of realizing that God can accept you for who you are. It's about forgetting what everyone else is saying about your shape.
Yeah.
It's about forgetting about what media says is pretty, and just kind of focusing on what, like, how God created you.
Yeah.
So I think that helped me a lot. Like, it just, every day, like, I still get days where I look in the mirror and I'm just like, oh, I wish I was
hit
skinnier.
by the image.
Like, I wish I didn't have this. I wish I didn't have that kind of thing. I wish I could take this out. And sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, oh, this is so...
And you're not alone, like, personally,
yeah.
and I'm sure, you know, girls, if you're watching, you feel the same way.
Yeah, like, I feel that, but I look at myself and I just remember, like, that God created me differently from everyone else, and who I am is unique, you know, no one else can be me, and I need to embrace that. So yeah, and I prayed a lot about it as well, like when I get bad, like in a bad mood about like my shape and stuff, I cry a little bit. You have to let it out. You have to
be honest. Yeah.
And then I just listen to my Christian music, and I get reminded of like God's love, you know, God's grace, that, you know, it doesn't matter, like Christine, if you're that size, you're my creation, I love you. So I guess just as an encouragement, like, you know, live healthy, like, but if, like, you know, you're chubbier than this girl or whatever, like, embrace your curves. But don't forget to live healthy. I think that's something that I'm embracing now. Live a balanced life. So if you know that this is not good for you, don't eat it. Like, if you know that a little bit more carbs is bad for you, don't.
Are there any people personally that you know, maybe fashion-wise or style-wise, that encourage you to get a bit more experimental in your clothes? Or
I have two lady friends in mind. I have Lorraine. Yeah. She's my little sister. She gives me pep talks all the time. I'm really upset about my clothes and stuff. And she's really experimental with her clothes. She's really like, I'll wear whatever I want. And her attitude, it's not even like what she wears that I like, it's her attitude towards it.
It's refreshing
to
you. Yeah.
She's always like, well, you know, this is what I want to wear, so I'll wear that. So yeah. And another sister, Jaylin, she... she has a good eye for fashion. She's so trendy, and I like that about her. And she takes something that's just bizarre and makes it work. And I think that's what I look out for. When you make something work and make it your own, that's what I like.
Yeah. So Lorraine and Jay, you gotta shout out your fashion. So let's go kind of below the surface now, and let's really talk about your faith. And you know, you touched upon it earlier, and how God's perspective becomes the focus of how you see yourself. It's the mirror through which you look at yourself. To what extent does being a Christian affect the way you dress? So, you know, you've talked about kind of image, kind of body image, but the way you dress, the clothes that you put on your body itself, does being a Christian play into that at all for you?
Yeah, definitely. Like, if I know that a top is too tight, and like I said, I'm curvaceous, and I know that it will attract like attention that I wouldn't want, or it would distract the boys, I wouldn't want to wear it. So yeah, I wouldn't want to wear something that kind of would get attention that I don't necessarily would like, I guess. So, or if I'm wearing a skirt that's a bit too tight. I'm struggling with that a little bit because I love my bodycon skirts and stuff, but they rise up a lot. So yeah, I'm trying my best to kind of
find the boundaries where to place yourself.
Is it showing off too much of like my curves and stuff? That's something that I kind of have to think about a little bit more than other girls, I think, because I've got curves and, you know, men, and so I don't, being a Christian definitely affects, I guess, the way I think about what to wear, because I don't want men to look at me in I don't want men to look at me like, oh look, I can see. Yeah, so I'm careful with that. I think, especially like I'm one of the youth leaders at church, and I have to set a good example to the younger ones and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a bit aware
of it.
Yeah.
Do you dress differently? And you can be as honest as you can in this question. Do you dress differently to church events and to non-church events? Be honest.
Church events, like
any church event, any event that would have your brothers and sisters in Christ, elders.
There was a phase where I was like, well, I'm not at church, so I can wear this short skirt.
Yeah.
But I think I grew up from that and was just kind of like, I don't want the attention from the guys at church, or like the titas and like the
aunties and uncles in Tagalog.
If I don't want that unwanted attention from them, then I wouldn't want it elsewhere, because you know, at least at church people like would respect you, you're protected. But when you're out there, it's a different world. Like boys just or older men, I get attention from older men that I don't like. So it's kind of, as I grew up I kind of just realized, nah, that's not appropriate. Before, now not.
But now you've kind of the same CJ in every part. That's really encouraging to hear how you've kind of grown and matured in that perspective to be who you are, representing Christ wherever you go. Alright, CJ, thank you so much for joining us. And before we end, I think our viewers would love to hear final encouraging words from one sister to another, to our Sea Girls. Have a few seconds facing the camera, and just speak to our viewers and encourage them.
Embrace who you are, like your shape, your size. You know, it's different from everyone else. Don't compare yourself to someone else, and don't think, I'm not as skinny as her, I'm not as beautiful as her, because that's not true. That's deception. That's the enemy trying to tell you you're not pretty, but you are who you are. You can make it work for yourself, as like one of my friends always tell me, you know, that type of clothing may not look good in another person, but you can make it yourself. So wear something that you feel comfortable in and be confident, because that will just, that will make you feel better. And don't be scared if someone tells you like, you're not pretty. Don't believe them. It's not true, because you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you, CJ. Thank you so much for an encouraging episode, and we're so glad that you've been able to kind of uplift us with your story and with your curves. And we here at Sea Girl, we want to celebrate all types of shapes, all types of sizes and shades. So we're so grateful that you've been coming here and you've been bold enough to speak your story. So that's it from us and Sea Girl. My name is
Sarah,
and she is CJ
or Christine.
And thank you again. Have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good nap wherever you are in the world watching us. Thank you again. This is Sea Girl, and bye.